All right. I haven't done a single video in like over 4.5 months. And this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do now. Now, this is not going to be geared towards the national level. I mean, even though it does talk about what's really going on, you know, during the time of the midterms. But I'm here to focus on my state on where I live in particular. I live in Wisconsin, in the People's Republic of Madison, mind you, where things are so out of control, where literally everything is beyond parity too. If you really look at it, given how ultra liberal it happens to be. But I digress. So, I'm going to be talking about this right here. The upcoming gubernatorial election that's going to take place this year in November 2026 here in Wisconsin. So, I'm going to be voting for Tiffany for governor here in Wisconsin. And I got plenty of reasons why. I mean, for one thing, I want to ask all the Wisconsinites the question right here. Yeah, this is directly towards, the people here in Wisconsin. Are you better off with Are you better off with 8 years under Tony Evers' governorship? Because I'll tell you the honest to God truth. I'm sure the heck am not. I'll tell you that under Governor Evers, there's literally been nothing more than just constant overreach. And what he's been doing to this state is telling the people of Dane and Milwaukee counties, the two Democrat strongholds throughout all the rest of the state, he's been catering more to Dane County, which is where Madison is, and obviously Milwaukee County, where, the most populous city in that area, let alone the most populous city in the entire state, happens to be Milwaukee. Our education system here in Wisconsin is pretty broken. We got kids who can barely read, write, or compute at grade level. Not just in Milwaukee, but it's even here too in Madison. But it's also throughout the whole state. In a lot of areas in the state. Unfortunately, the local news media here in Madison and over in Milwaukee they've been covering up for the leftist regime of our current governor. I mean, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When it came to our previous governor, Scott Walker, which by the way was a Republican governor, the entire Madison media, the local media in Madison and in Milwaukee, were totally against him. And I've seen the bias. But again, I digress. I've seen the bias, I've seen the cover-ups. They don't report the real stories. And when they do, they just alter it or bypass it. I'm going to be honest with you right here. The cost of living here in Madison alone has it's definitely outrageous. You think the cost of living in New York or Chicago was bad? Oh no. The cost of living here in Madison, ever since Tony Evers was governor, has shot up completely. We also happen to deal with the leftist machine out here who want to talk this climate nonsense, this climate change nonsense. And then you also got crime has shot up. We keep having repeat offenders that keeps getting bailed out. Or not just bailed out. I mean, it's just literally a catch and release. And that's making our state look bad. And then, if you also think about it, we already know what's the agenda with our current governor. And then if we get another Democrat governor here in Wisconsin, I'm afraid Wisconsin as a state will end up becoming like our neighbors down below. I'm afraid Wisconsin will end up becoming like our neighbors northwest of us, where you had, obviously during the 2020 riots of the crackhead George Floyd. But I'm getting off topic here. There's also people who think that the city of Madison alone happens to be, needs to be more diverse. allowing illegal immigrants from hellhole countries to come live here. And, you know, that's putting safety at risk. Safety of law-abiding citizens like myself at risk. And, you know, there's already attack ads on Tiffany that I'm seeing here in Wisconsin. You know, talking about that he's that he's a MAGA extremist, this, that, and the other. I mean, so what? I mean, why would they need to care about that? I mean, we got too many problems here in Wisconsin as is, and I think it's time to fix it big time. The last thing Wisconsin as a state needs is another Democrat governor who's all for total overreach. The last thing Wisconsin needs is a Democrat governor who's only in it for themselves. The last thing Wisconsin needs is another leftist governor. And the leftist governors out there only want to make policies that are exclusive to, you know, the they them community. So I'm going to go flat out and say that Tiffany is who I will be voting for Wisconsin governor in 2026. I'm Chuck Johnson, a.k.a. Kid Thunder. I am signing off.